Hey, it's Amy. It's going to be my fourth installment. First off, I'd like to start out by saying I guess I pissed off quite a few people within Eli's family. Didn't mean to. I'm trying to help him. I showed him all the videos. He thinks it's a good thing. He's tired of hiding this disease. He's tired of people acting like it's not a real problem or it's just him being moody when it's not. He's actually got an illness and people need to be aware, and if they don't like it, I can't help it. I want to apologize for trying to help my husband. In this clip, I'd like to speak about self-medicating. A lot of times mental illness will cause people to turn to things excuse me, that a lot of times they might not have. Be it drinking, taking prescription pills, using street drugs, being promiscuous, and just kind of tossing it everywhere. They do this because it helps them cope. It helps them to get their mind off of the illness. It gives them a distraction. And also, a lot of times they don't feel like the medications that the doctors want to give them would work. Too many times the doctors don't want to listen to you when you tell them, look, this prescription's not working for me, it's not suiting me. They either want to up the dose, change you to something else. And with my experience with Eli, he has been through many different medications. None of them so far have helped. So he has turned to drinking. He would abuse his medications, and he's had to since August, when he got in trouble, he's had to kind of put a stop to that, and it's made it sort of hard on him. I'm not going to say he hasn't slipped some here and there with the drinking. He has, but nowhere near the extent that he did. He's grown. I can't control that. But I can understand when he says, Amy, I've got to have a break. I've got to be able to relax. He's currently in substance abuse counseling, which he actually is getting along pretty good with their therapist or counselor. With the prescriptions, he's slowed down on those. He's taking what he's supposed to and taking them right. Is it a save-all thing for everyone? No, it's not. You know, and like I said, people with mental illness, especially schizophrenias, they look for ways to escape the voices. They look for ways to get away from the hallucinations. They look for ways to escape the everyday stressors that they have to go through. They don't like to be pushed at. They don't like to be made feel different. And I think, you know, just my opinion, I believe when they self-medicate, it's a way of escaping. It's a way of getting away. There needs to be more advances in medical sciences to where they can actually study schizophrenia more. Actually find medications that would work for people that have trouble with the meds. Instead of going through and trying them on a gamut of stuff and just upping doses, increasing doses, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, new meds, all the time. When, in my opinion, a tranquilizer, not a strong one, just a mild one, just to help slow them down, would be more effective. After a short time, when they're self-medicating over and over and over, the addiction part starts kicking in, because they feel like that's the only thing that helps them. And your body gets addicted to the medication. Your body gets addicted to the drugs. Your body gets addicted to the alcohol. And then you have to have it, or you need it more, or you feel like that's the only thing that's going to help. A lot of mental illnesses, the people don't want to talk about it. They're ashamed. They don't want to discuss it. When they do, you know, people are either scared of them. They say, oh, you've brought it on yourself. You could change if you just change your attitude. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just moody. That was one he's heard recently. He has an illness. These other people have an illness. And I'd seen from another video on YouTube today, this boy over in the UK was speaking, and he had a really good point. He said people that has cancer do not say, I am cancer. People with heart disease does not say, I am heart disease. People with a mental illness do not say, I am the mental illness. They are simply people with an illness. They are not the illness. They are not to be feared. They are not to be taken lightly. They're not to be blamed for this. Environmental issues, genetic issues brings about a lot of mental illnesses. Stressors, over traumatic things. There's so many different things that can cause a mental illness. With schizophrenia, you know, I'm thinking a lot of it is genetic, and I think a lot of it is environmental and what goes on in their life. Triggers, when they happen, are horrible. It could trigger a mild reaction. It could trigger a horrible reaction. There's so many different types of schizophrenia out there that I'll get into a little bit later, that it's crazy. But the people in the medical profession try to lump them all into the same category, I believe, and that's not going to help anyone. So, you know, I think substance therapy, substance abuse would help. I think better coping skills would help, and that's what we're looking for, is ways to cope, ways to deal, ways to handle this. If anyone has any ideas of good coping strategies that Eli could try, please leave it in the comment box. We would appreciate it more than you know. We're going to try to take an approach at looking at more of amino acid, changing the diets, and vitamins, and see if that'll help. I talked with the pharmacist here in town today. He was very helpful. It's not cheap, but peace of mind, and for him to feel peaceful would be worth every penny of it. I love him more than anything. I believe my next one will be on the positives of schizophrenia and mental illnesses. And I know people probably think that's weird that there's not anything positive about it. There actually is. There really is. And for as much positives, there's negatives too. That just goes with the territory. So I hope y'all will pass this around to other people that it might help. And there again, if you have any comments, please let me know. And if I've offended anyone, it's not intentional. I'm trying to help the man I love. And there again, I want to apologize for that. I'll do whatever it takes to protect him and to help him. Thank you.